Oh no. Oh, hi everybody. Oh man. Okay, are we live? Are we actually live? I made a mistake, everybody. That explains so much. Hello everybody. Hello, welcome to this. You guys, I made a fatal mistake. I made a goof. I made a mistake, but we're here. We're here. Problem is solved, everybody. Welcome to the stream. There's so many of you. I made a mistake. Look, it's easy to explain. I'll give you guys a chance to catch up. I'll give you a chance to catch up. Okay, here's what I did. So you were supposed to be seeing this. And now we're in. Okay, so I thought I started the stream. YouTube disagreed with me. I hit start and it didn't start, so I thought we started. So here we go. Officially started. I made a mistake, everybody. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello. There's so many of you in here. I'll start over. Because none of you could see me live, but now you can. You can all see me, right? Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm not late. I just made a mistake. Welcome to the stream. Let me do a quick explanation of what we're doing. Welcome to MagicManMo interviews Aldo Mujica of Inka Games, Inka Games founder, and I will be doing an interview only if and only if we can solve a trivia game that he has made for us. And if we cannot, then I guess there's no interview. I guess that's that. I can't believe that I didn't have this shown the entire time. Welcome to the stream. We will be doing a trivia game, and if I need your guys' help doing the trivia, then I hope you help me, because I've played all the Inka Games games before. Many of them I've played twice. Hopefully we'll be able to get through this just fine. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I see lots of people just running down a list. Alexander Howells, Amadeus Alhente, Ashton Go Boom, Bartimo, Corjan Bet, Dengrown Tiger, Evelyn Delby, Henry Gerke, Joaquin Barboza, Joseph McWilliams, Kendall the Koala, Luis, Minecris, Pinky, Teresa, Tined Rapier, Boss Fireball, and Aaron Ramirez. Anyone else that I missed, welcome to the stream. I'm so glad you guys could make it. Here's the game, by the way. Here we go. I'll load it up. Here we go. I'm playing in English, of course. Welcome to MagicManMo Inka Games Trivia. The charismatic YouTuber MagicManMo must pass a knowledge test about Inka Games games in order to get an interview with the creator of Inka Games. Will you help him? And I hope all of you are willing to help me as well. We need to get to that point. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I see you all chatting. Hi. Yeah, hello. We're playing a trivia game, so prepare yourselves. Put your trivia hats on. Let's jump into this. It's a point-and-click adventure game. Here we go. We're about to interview Aldo. Hello, MagicManMo. Pigsaw's in this one. It's great. Don't be scared. I won't make you play my game. No, not yet. Oh no, not yet, he says. I've brought you here because I saw in one of your notifications on YouTube that you wish to interview the creator of Inka Games. I also know that you have played all the Inka Games made by Inka Games. That's right, ooh. Oh, I had a notification. That's why I told myself MagicManMo must earn the right to do the interview. I don't understand. I have to earn my right? It is very simple. I will test your knowledge about Inka Games adventures. If you can answer all the questions correctly, you can have the interview. Okay, so we have to answer correctly. I guess if we answer wrongly, oh boy. For someone who has played all the games, it should be very easy, right, MagicManMo? Oh, I don't know. It might not be. Win or lose, make your choice. I'm so glad it's win or lose, not live or die. Okay, here we go. It's official. Let's get that interview. We gotta do it. It says 4. Do we need to remember 4? I don't know. We might need to remember 4. Let's continue to the next. Oh, who used a rubber duck to fool a zombie guard? Oh, question number 1, everybody. Welcome to the stream. More people are piling in. Welcome, everybody. Ave Nova, member of the channel. I see you in the chat. Who used a rubber duck to fool a zombie guard? Hold on. A rubber duck. That would have been. Hang on. It might, Chris Angel. It's been a little while since we played Chris Angel. I think Chris Angel might have been in a prison. Was it Chris Angel? I'm leaning that way. I don't think a zombie guard. I'm thinking of a prison guard, but I might be getting that combined and confused. Is this considered to be a Saw game? Not quite. Close. Oh my goodness. Snake. This is Snake, I think. Chris. I think it's Chris Angel, right? It's Chris Angel, right? Yeah, everyone's saying it's Chris. I think it was Chris Angel, right? Not, yeah, it's definitely not Homer. And it definitely wasn't Bieber. I think it was Chris Angel. We've done it. We were right. Congratulations. I thought it was Chris Angel. I thought so. Okay, great. Awesome. I'm glad we were all... I didn't want to click it without checking what you guys thought. I didn't want to click it before we all agreed because I don't want to screw it up. Who met this character? Oh, you. Whose name? I don't even remember what that character's name would be. Oh, you're a throwback. What was your name? Pepe? That might be wildly wrong. Obviously, Courage and Trump and Grinch and Cody and Chavo. I feel like it was Chavo. Oh, you guys are screaming Trump. It might have been Trump. I was leaning that way. Was it Trump? Was it Trump? You guys are so smart. Was it Trump? I was leaning between the two. It's been a while since we played the Trump Saw game, and Chavo was in a couple of games. I think Trump went to, yeah, you know what? I think it was Trump. Okay, it was Trump. It was Trump. Not, oh, wait a minute. 4 something. Wait, are we learning? The first room was 459. Wait, do we need to remember that? 459. Okay. I think that might be a code that we need to remember. Choose from oldest to newest game. Oh no, I have to do. Okay. This is, obviously, I was the first game ever made. Obviously. No, obviously not. Excuse me, from oldest to newest game. Oh boy, okay. Oh no, okay, so the very first game I played was Lady Gaga Saw game, which is why it's so good. I think the first one of these was Redhead Prison Escape. I think that was Redhead Prison Escape was the first of these. I wanna go with Redhead. Oh yeah, we're doing good so far. And that's Paris Hilton for Paris Hilton. That came before Lady Gaga Saw game. I don't remember. That's Ronaldo, right? I might have him confused. I don't remember when you show up. I think it's much later. I think Grinch is after Paris. Yeah, Redhead is first for sure. You could always cheat by looking at Inka Games. I could cheat, but I think it's Paris next. And I think some of you agree with me. I think it's Paris next because I think after Paris, I think it's Lady Gaga, Ronaldo, Homer, Grinch? Maybe Grinch Homer. Oh, the Simpsons games. I get the Simpsons games mixed up because they're so spread out. Okay. Is that for MagicManMo Saw game? No, well, because that's not been released. So that's probably for YouTuber Saw game 3, and that's definitely last. And I think you're right. I think Ronaldo is next. But then my question is, I think it's Lady Gaga, right? And then is it Homer or Grinch? That's the one that I'm not sure about. The other ones I was pretty sure. I think it was Grinch before Homer, because like Lisa Simpson definitely came before Grinch, and then I think Bart came before Grinch, but I don't remember where Homer went. You're saying it's Homer and then Grinch. I'm gonna trust you because I'm definitely there it is 3. So we got what 4, 5, 9, 3. Is that what it was? Here we go. Oh God, what do we have? Oh, what's happening here? Oh, do we have to match them? Oh, we have to match them to their game. Oh, this is hard. Oh no. Oh no. What happens when I click on one? Oh God, it's an order. Oh no, I've not clicked on the right order. I thought maybe I had to swap them. I've already clicked the stick man. I don't think that's right. Oh boy, here we go. Banana first, whoops. Oh no, we've already screwed up because I clicked on the wrong guy. I don't know what happens when I die. We're gonna die, right? Town was Jeff. Okay, well, then we've already screwed up. So it'd be like banana, Jeff, and then I feel like it was the goat, right? Rubius is 4th. The meme was Rubius. Okay, we've already screwed this up. Okay, I feel like the goat was in this one. I don't even remember this guy's name, but I think he was in the last one. So this is completely wrong. We're gonna die. Okay, we're back to the beginning. I click. Oh no! Okay, look, we'll catch back up. Look, Pigsaw didn't see that. Look, Pigsaw didn't see that. Pigsaw doesn't know anything. Pigsaw didn't see. I didn't mean to click that first one. I didn't mean to click on the first one. What was it? It was Homer Grinch me, right? Yeah. I had to think about that. Don't click anything. I think it was banana. What do we say? What was town? Jeff? Oh no. Banana Jeff. You were the goat man, right? Banana was Fern and Flute, yes. Fern and Flute's banana. Jeff was town. Vegeta, I couldn't remember his name for a second. What was Vegeta, right? Rubius is over here, right? I always forget. German is goat. Oh God. Oh God. German is goat. Is that German? Oh, actually, do I have the characters mixed up? I might. The second is the second is German. Oh no. Does that mean I've screwed up already? That's German, not Tom. My bad. I've got them mixed up. So it's not goat and then meme and then you. That would be wrong, right? No, balls. I think this one's gonna kill me. Rubber duck. You guys are gonna find out exactly how bad I've been at Inka Games. I've been a fraud. I've been a fraud and a liar this entire time. I've never been good. I've secretly never been good at Inka Games. It's all been a lie. It's all been a lie, everybody. It's all been a lie. Okay. Vegeta is grandma. Grandma? I don't think that's right. Rubius is yeah, I knew Rubius was the 4 because he always has the fun colored like shirt, right? Town is oh, that was Town. Whoops. Vegeta is Barber. Okay. Got it. So we are in agreed that's banana and then the goat. That's what it was, right? And then you are as the barber, right? And then Rubius goes with the meme guy, and then it goes with the killer. Because I had the heroes mixed up. So 6, 4, 3, 5, 9, 6. Is that what it was? Oh boy. Okay, here we go. We got through that by the skin of our teeth, I'll be honest with you. Okay, oh, these are the main rooms. This is the room we're in now. This was the goat room we were just in. Okay, I see. So this is the order 0. Interesting. And there's a 1 here. I think we need to pump in the combination, right? So it should be, if I remember correctly, it was 4, 5, 9? No, 3. 3, 9, 6, 1. Let me just confirm. 4, 5, 3, 9. Yes, I think so. No, that wasn't the code. I've forgotten the order. 6. It is definitely 6, 1. I've forgotten the order. Hang on. 4, 5, 9, 3. 4, 5, 9, 3. I thought it was the 9. 4, 5, 9, 3. I thought it was the 9. 4, 5, 9, 3, 6, 1. Yes? No? Wait, I think there might be a combination here. Wait a minute. What if it's not the order of the rooms? It's not the order of the rooms because she's here. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, oh God, if it's 4, 5, oh God. So it's the third room first. Oh no, do we need paper? Do I need to go get paper? So it should be, okay, 4, 5, 9, 3, 6, 1. 4, 5, 3. 4, 5, 3, 9, 6, 1. Here's what we're doing. Hang on, it's 1. Hang on, I'm not cheating. You guys be quiet. I'm not cheating. We are definitely just using paper. That's all we're doing. That's all. That's all it is. So, if it's the third room first, if we've got this correctly, if it's the third room first, then the combination is actually 3, 5, 6, and then it's which one's 4? 9. And then it's 4, and then it should be 1. I've done it wrong. Oh no. Hang on. Get out, Inca Games. He isn't get out, Inca Games. He's not cheating. Yeah, paper and pen for sure. Okay. Let me see if I wrote this down right or not. Hang on. Let's just absolutely be sure. 4, 5. Oh, God dang it, I switched the 9 and the 3 again. Okay. Guys, it's live. I keep switching the 9 and the 3. That's what I did wrong. I switched the 9 and 3 around. Okay. We got it. We got this. Look, the first one is 9, not 3. 9, 5, 6, 3, 4, 1. First time, everybody. First try. Definitely first try. None of you saw that wrong. None of you saw me completely screw that up. First try. Absolutely. Definitely first. Hey! Hello, Spark. I definitely got through MagicManMo. I knew you would make it. I definitely made it first try. I didn't screw up one time. Shall we start the interview? Of course. I think we shall. Congratulations, MagicManMo, for the 3K subscribers. Oh, thank you so much. You didn't tell me you were doing this. Hey. Thank you, guys. Thank all of you out there watching. Thank you, Inka Games. We did make it to 3,000 subscribers. I thank you so much. That's crazy. I was not told about this. I was not told about this. Does it just play all the way through? I don't know if I should wait until after this. Hang on. Hey Nova, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me turn down the music on this a little bit. Let me turn down the music on this and let's get Aldo in here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to get into contact with Aldo. I'm gonna try to use my superpowers. Here we go. I'm summoning Aldo. Aldo, welcome to the stream. Hello. I think I've still got you mute. I think we did get you unmuted. I think you're on mute right now. Hang on, we'll get there. How do we unmute? Oh God. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. We're here.
3,000 subs. Slightly smiling face.
Oh, thank you. Hey Aldo, can you hit your mute button and I can't get you unmuted for some reason.
Hello.
Oh, there it is. Perfect. I don't know what was happening. It wouldn't happen, but now I hear you. Hi.
Hi, MagicManMo.
Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for having me on this interview. Thank you so much for the game, and thank you so much for this little end card.
Thank you for inviting me to this interview. Congratulations for the 3K. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry that I made you wait through that entire game and the entire like 7 minutes or whatever of me having no idea that I wasn't streaming. I'm so sorry.
I want to thank you for playing our games. All of our games, literally.
Yeah, literally all of them. Some of them twice. 1 or 2 of them 3 times.
Yeah, I want to also thank you, Jonathan Corbett from Canada. He's a member of the Inca Games team and Dark Dome. He's an excellent programmer and a good friend. He's a big fan of yours, by the way.
He is, yeah, and we've had him on stream a couple times. He's actually in the chat right now. Everybody say hey to Korjan. Before we get too much into talking about Inca Games, I'm just going to take this moment to say if you haven't checked out Dark Dome, I think it's darkdome.com is the website. Check out Dark Dome. There's a couple of mobile games more on its way. Of course, Korjan works on that as well as Aldo. That's not Inca Games technically, but check out Dark Dome as well.
The games of Dark Dome are in Google Play. In Google Play, actually. So they can search for Dark Dome in Google Play, and you can play those games. They're nice too.
They are, and I've played them on the channel. So those of you watching may have seen my Dark Dome playthroughs, but don't just watch my playthrough. Go check that out on Google Play and play those games as well. I know you all already know about Inka Games because that's what we're all here to do, right? All here to talk about Inka Games, and I'm here to interview Aldo. How are you?
Very fine. I want you to start with the questions. I also want to say hello to all the people that are joining us in the stream. I see some known names, Spanish and English people. So I'm going to try to answer in English and Spanish. Hola a todos los fans de Inca Games que han venido al directo. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Trataré de responder algunas cosas en español y en inglés también. Gracias.
That was beautiful. Hola, bienvenidos. There you go. I know so little Spanish.
I can translate. Don't worry.
Yes, of course. And yeah, I'll leave that up to the professional, and that's you for sure. But yeah, and I think one of the things I know quite a few people asked about, special thanks to the PM Gaming TV, Sophie Salas and Jose Armando for asking kind of the same question. Why did you start? Where did this begin? What got you started? What inspired you? What started and kicked off Inka Games?
Okay. When I was a child, I played a lot of games. But among these games, I love the adventure games, the point-and-click games. I played it a lot with my brother, and we spent a lot of hours, actually, entire days playing those games. I studied systems engineer. So I learned to program, and I promised myself that one day I will make my own game. And when I was working, I make some time to learn myself. I learned Flash, I think everybody knows what Flash games are, right? Um, who hasn't played a Flash game in the web? So
Right.
I learned Flash, and when I learned Flash, I make some games, and that's how I made my first game. It was a boxing game, very very simple. I showed to my friends, and they got shocked. You did that? Yes, I did this game. So I think um, everyone who loves playing games has a dream, and that dream maybe is making his own game. So I make that game true. That's how it started.
And that's awesome. As someone who has only tried to make a game a couple of times but never finished one, I think that's admirable. You're like, I want to do this, and you set out and you did it, and look at where you are now making games. And I think that's awesome. I've always wanted to do it myself, but I've never done it. So I think that's really cool. Um,
Magic, Magic tell me when the question is in Spanish, so I can tell maybe in Spanish too.
oh, yeah. That one wasn't, but that was asked by a couple of people. Can you talk to us about some of the first game that you worked on? That one comes from Red the Gaming Ninja. Wants to know more about your first Inca game and what you expected the results to be.
Okay, the first Inca Games adventures or games are not in the website anymore. Actually, they were political games based on the events in Peru. Those were games for Peru mainly. Those games didn't get good results, so we started to move to non-political games, just funny games, just games for fun, and that we needed to create a character. So we chose Obama because Obama was a nice person. He talks well. People loves him, and we chose him, and we ran the risk to make a game with a political character. Some people told us, no, no don't do that. Don't choose a political character. You're going to have problems. But we made Presidential Escape based on the movie. I don't know if people remembers the movie Air Force One. Air Force One. Harrison Ford was a president, and he was kidnapped in the plane, so he should escape by himself, alone. So that movie inspired me to create a first game, Presidential Escape, with Obama. That's the story.
Yeah, working on, and yeah, I didn't know that before, and we talked a little bit about this at another point, but I want to reiterate too that I didn't realize that you're beginning with the president, or with Air Force One, and starting with President Obama as a character, because that was something I did see a couple of questions about from a couple of people. You know, why Obama? You know, where did that come from? Where did that start? And it came from that movie.
Give me some minutes to answer in Spanish, please.
Absolutely.
Or for those who speak Spanish. MagicManMo me pregunta cómo así surgió el primer juego de Inka Games, ¿correcto? Los primeros juegos de Inka Games ya no están en la página realmente. Fueron juegos hechos para Perú, de sucesos de la política peruana, del deporte peruano, pero esos juegos no tuvieron mucho éxito porque solamente estaban concentrados para Perú. Entonces, la audiencia era muy poca, en realidad no se consiguieron resultados, y decidimos hacer algo, digamos, internacional, algo que pudiera ser jugado en varios países, y tuvimos que encontrar un personaje que calzara un poco, que pudiera ser el personaje de Inka Games, y entre varias opciones elegimos a Obama, porque en ese momento Obama representaba esperanza, era un tipo que caía bien, que hablaba bien, y corrimos el riesgo de elegirlo. Y parece que tuvimos ese acierto porque la gente lo adoptó, la gente le gustó el personaje, más allá de que ser un presidente político, tuvo un éxito ese primer juego y nos abrió las puertas a seguir haciendo juegos porque ese juego nos puso en la mira de mucha audiencia. Entonces, y gracias a Obama, pues que las cosas cambiaron, ¿no? Ese juego de luego siguió otros juegos, pero ya la audiencia empezó a crecer hasta el día de hoy, que todavía tenemos un público que nos sigue y nos da todo su apoyo, y les doy todas las gracias del mundo a ellos, porque gracias a ellos seguimos aquí. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is something too asked by, let's see, who was this? Red Gaming Ninja had another question, and I'll start with that one, and I'm start working my way down. Who's on the Inca Games team, and who's been on the Games team before? Obviously, you're the founder, and you sort of lead everything. Is it just you?
Oh no. Inka Games team now has, I think, 6 members or 7. What happens is the Inka Games team is formed by artists or animators, people who do the drawings, programmers. I myself do the story. I have built the engine with it's a program that helps us to make games. We have now five programmers, 3 artists, and me. So we are 9, I guess. Some programmers worked for us in the past, but now they are doing other things. So the members has been changing along the time.
That's actually, I didn't realize your team had gotten that big too, because I figured obviously you, and then maybe I figured a few other people. How long did it take before you took on another member? Was it just you solo for a while, and how long was it until you introduced another person?
Okay. In the beginning, I was alone maybe for 3 years. 3 years working alone with my brother Leandro, who helped me a lot. But it's difficult to get or to hire someone else when you don't have earnings. So in the 4th year, the earnings allow us to hire people. So 3 years, me, alone, and my brother. MagicManMo me pregunta cómo evolucionó el equipo de Inka Games, cuánto tiempo estuve solo al principio y cuándo es que incorporamos a gente que nos pueda ayudar y cuántos somos ahora. Bueno, yo estuve trabajando solo en Inka Games aproximadamente durante 3 años con la ayuda de mi hermano Leandro, pero básicamente yo hacía la mayor parte del trabajo durante 3 años porque no había dinero para contratar a nadie más, ¿no? O sea, no había ingresos y por lo tanto no había plata. Al 4.º año ya los ingresos permitieron ya contratar gente, alquilamos un local y las cosas cambiaron porque uno puede tener la mejor intención del mundo, pero si no tienes tráfico en internet para generar ingresos, no funciona. Y ahora tenemos 9 personas, somos 4 programadores, 3 dibujantes o artistas, que habla, hace los guiones, hizo el programa principal, y eventualmente traductores a los idiomas. Tenemos 5 traductores que trabajan eventualmente para cada idioma. Básicamente eso. Okay, let's continue, Magic.
Absolutely. I know I've been asking a lot about like the beginning and the early stage. There's a lot of people, and this one's for sure in English and Spanish, from Choi Sanchez and Debajiati Laha, the PM Gaming TV, George Just Jokes, and I think a couple others. They all want to know, because Flash will no longer be supported on major browsers after 2020, they're curious to know what you think the future of Inka Games and the Inka Games website is going to be. And I think you've mentioned before mobile games, but would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, that's a very asked question in our chat, and a lot of people is asking that. Yes, that's true. As everybody might know, or not everybody, but a lot of people, Flash games are not going to be supported anymore on December this year. So that means you won't be able to play Inka Games adventures in your computer or in the web browser only in December this year. I don't know if it's going to be the first day of December or the last day of December. Google hasn't been clear that, but all our games will be available in the mobile platforms, in Google Play, iOS, those two mainly. So don't worry, we are going to port all the games to mobile stores. So that's going to take a while. We are doing that job now. It's not easy because we have almost 110 or 115 games. But don't worry, be patient. We're going to publish the games one by one um, until we have all our catalog of all of our games in Google Play and iOS Store. MagicManMo me pregunta, me dice que mucha gente ha preguntado qué pasará con los juegos de Inka Games una vez que Flash Player deje de funcionar, porque por si no lo saben, Google ha anunciado que no, en diciembre de este año va a dejar de funcionar Flash Player, por ende los juegos de Flash no van a funcionar más en los navegadores. Bueno, vamos a migrar todos los juegos a móviles, así que no se preocupen chicos, nuestros 115 juegos, si no me equivoco, van a estar disponibles en Google Play y en iOS Store, pero poco a poco vamos a ir migrando uno por uno, vamos a ir publicando y cuando entren a la página de Inka Games van a poder hacer clic y les vamos a decir en qué juego de Google Play pueden encontrarlo. O sea, no se preocupen, va a haber Inka Games para rato. Let's continue, Magic.
Absolutely. In fact, this is a minor thing. It's a short question, but I did have someone, and I just wanted to make it clear. And someone was asking, do you think you'll create an app that will actually host all of your games on it, or will all of the games have their own app in Google Play and iOS?
Okay, yes, good question. No, no, we won't do that because of the size of the app will be too big, and I think if you can make an app that redirects to the other apps, that might have a problem with Google policies. So no, we will make one app for each game. So we will have eventually more than 100 applications in the Google Play.
So all of you wanting to make sure as the games start rolling out, you want to keep an eye on the Inka Games' notifications on their Facebook page and of course on their pages on Google Play and iOS as they come out. Keep an eyeball on those as they release, for sure.
MagicManMo me pregunta, bueno, dicen que le han preguntado si habrá un juego por aplicativo o un solo aplicativo que permita jugar todos nuestros juegos. No, va a haber un juego por aplicativo. No va a ser posible hacer un aplicativo que permita jugar todas las aventuras. Así que tendrían que instalar juego por juego. Okay, let's continue.
This one comes from Maria Teresa Patino and Kendall the Koala. They want to know like how copyright affects your process when making games.
Okay, good question. Copyright. When we began 14 years ago, more or less, the internet wasn't so strict with the copyright. We are talking about almost 14 years ago. Now the rules and the policies has been getting stricter, much stricter than before. So now we have to take care of copyright issues. Now all our games from now on are going to be or original characters or characters changed due to copyright issues. That's the reason. This affects us in the way that we can't create games of copyrighted characters anymore. That's it. Me pregunta cómo afecta el copyright a los juegos. Sí, efectivamente. A partir de ahora ya no podremos hacer juegos que tengan algún problema con copyright, caracteres con copyright. Vamos a crear caracteres nuevos, vamos a crear historias originales y los juegos anteriores que ya están con caracteres con problemas de copyright vamos a cambiarlos y vamos a subirlos con personajes propios. Okay.
And I imagine, just tied to that as well, since you were talking about releasing games on mobile, do you think that the names of your games that were released on your website first, will they be changing and probably characters' names changing in the mobile versions?
Yeah, you will see a lot of games with new characters, with changed characters, and maybe the names are going to be changed. A lot of games are going to be different. So the game is going to be the same, but you might see, for instance, the Simpsons are going to be in mobile, but we're going to create our own characters to launch the game with a different name. But the story, the timeline, the gameplay is going to be identical. Me pregunta si los juegos de móviles habrán cambios en los personajes, en los nombres. Perdón, sí. Van a haber cambios en los caracteres y en los nombres. Van a poder encontrar el juego con otro nombre y con los personajes cambiados. Por ejemplo, los Simpsons van a tener otros nombres, otros dibujos, pero la historia y el timeline, el gameplay es el mismo. Va a ser el mismo, así que no se preocupen. La diversión no va a cambiar. Okay.
And I think that's most of the really businessy side of questions. Those are, I think, some of the less fun ones, and I got those out of the way as soon as possible. But I think they were important ones to ask. Kendall the Koala wants to know specifically about... Oh, I skipped something, but I'll come back to it. How do you come up with the various puzzles and environmental puzzles? Is there a specific inspiration? Like, how do those come into your head?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, Mike?
Absolutely. How do you come up with the various puzzles and environmental puzzles? Is there an inspiration for those? The example they used was in Charlie Sheen's Saw game, for example, how Bender's face has to turn to different emotions to open the different doors. If you remember that one. So things like that, like environmental puzzles.
Okay, I understand. The inspiration to create games. Okay, first of all, I think every person in the world can make can create puzzles. All of us can imagine puzzles, but to create those puzzles at the start, when I started Inka Games 14 years ago, it was a little hard for me to figure out a puzzle. I sit in the chair and the table, and I tried to concentrate, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because when you start a business, if you have economical problems, you don't have earnings, that distracts you a little. Okay, so in the first year it was hard for me to concentrate myself, but when in the fourth year, when the earnings allow us to hire people, that helped a lot to how can I say, create the puzzles with no worries. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, because I imagine, and tell me if I'm wrong, are creating the puzzles the hardest part of creating a game? One of your games?
Yes, I don't know. The process of creating a puzzle, I think I sit and I decide an object, for instance, a scallop or I don't know, an animal, and I try to think about other objects around, and the ideas comes from, I don't know, from the universe, from the space. I don't really know, but just they light in my brain, and I write, and it's like every process in the life. Maybe an artist, someone who draws, he just waits until the ideas come up. So I don't know how to explain.
Mm-hmm.
I think creative process in all the, I don't know how to say, but it's just you sit and you think about an object, you think about another thing, and you can join the ideas, and finally you got the puzzle. So I think it's a process. I don't know how to say really.
Yeah, it sounds like it's an esoteric process, probably really hard to pin down. Did you want to answer that in Spanish or elaborate before I continue?
I want to finish telling this in English.
Absolutely.
I think to make adventure games or point and clicks helps a lot that you have played a lot of point and click games.
Oh, yes.
So your brain gets used to how point and click games work. So I think maybe in an unconscious way, in my brain, all those kind of games that I played help me in the process of creating new puzzles. Okay, I'm going to answer in Spanish.
For sure.
Me pregunta cómo surgen las ideas para crear los acertijos o los puzzles que ustedes ven en los juegos. Al principio era más difícil, en los primeros años me costaba concentrarme, sentarme y pensar algo, porque al principio las preocupaciones de que si tu empresa o tu iniciativa va a funcionar o no, definitivamente yo renuncié al trabajo esos porque no generaba ingresos. Entonces, eso como que te preocupa, esa preocupación no ayuda a concentrarte tranquilamente, pero a partir del tercer año, cuarto año, ya se hace más fácil concentrarte. Hello.
Hello. We hear you. Your camera froze. But we hear you. There it is.
Hi.
Hi. I think it just timed out or something.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well,
Uh-oh. It froze up again. I think I may have lost you. Oh no. He froze up, everybody. He will be back shortly. I'm certain of it. I do see all of your chat in the chat over there too. I'm keeping an eyeball out on all of your questions. And I have lots to go through still too, so be patient with that as well. I see lots of positive things in the chat. Yeah, Aldo's pretty cool, right? Yeah, we lost him. We lost him. Not forever. We lost him momentarily. He was worried about this, so he might be switching over to call on his phone, or maybe he's just figuring out. I don't know if it's his webcam went out, but he will be back shortly. This is all Thanos' fault. No! Do you think Thanos snapped? That would be so bad. And I see a lot of you asking about, okay. Oh no, he's gone.
hello again.
Hello, welcome.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. We lost you.
Yes. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you again.
Okay. I was speaking Spanish, right?
Yes.
Okay. Me preguntaba cómo es el proceso para crear los puzzles, los acertijos. Y básicamente creo que ayuda mucho haber jugado cuando era niño y cuando era joven los juegos de aventura. Muchos juegos de aventura, muchos juegos de point and click. Y yo creo que cuando uno crea acertijos inconscientemente en tu cerebro, todo lo que has jugado de alguna manera se mezcla en tu cabeza y permite crear nuevos acertijos, nuevos retos. Obviamente, sí, considero que necesitas algo de creatividad, pero yo creo que todos somos creativos y si cualquiera de ustedes quisiera crear un acertijo, estoy seguro que se sienta con un papel y un lapicero, un lápiz, y yo creo que puede llegar a crear un puzzle muy interesante, pero para eso creo que debe haber un interés en crearlo, ¿no? Mucha gente tiene la habilidad, pero tal vez no tiene el interés de hacerlo. Considero que, y también para crear uno tiene que tener tranquilidad, uno tiene que estar sin preocupaciones, eso ayuda mucho, porque cuando tienes preocupaciones, te puedes sentar media hora y no se te ocurre nada. Básicamente es eso. That's it, Magic.
Awesome. Okay. So that was the puzzles thing. I'm very curious to know as well, and this is kind of a continuation of the puzzles aspect of it. Do you find it easy or difficult to come up with locations for the characters? Like in terms of like sometimes you have free roam ones, like the Simpsons ones usually take place in Springfield, but some of the other ones are other places or buildings. How does that come about?
Well, about the locations of the puzzle itself, or I don't know. I think the Soul games are easy games for me to create because normally those happen in a maze.
Mm-hmm.
That maze has almost the same background all the time, but yes, some games give us trouble to find or decide where that puzzle should happen in, right? So I think it's not a big deal to find a background or a location, because if you can't figure out something, you choose anything and that's it. Any location could be a good location for any puzzle, unless you need water or an ocean or a lake. You can put any background or any locations according to the puzzle. Maya me pregunta si es complicado elegir los entornos o los ambientes que se usan para un puzzle o un reto, como por ejemplo un edificio o un laboratorio. Sí, algunos juegos fueron más difíciles de encontrar tal vez dónde ocurre el juego. Algunos juegos ya están definidos como Simpsons, que es Springfield, pero finalmente un puzzle se puede adaptar a cualquier fondo o escenario, salvo que necesites un mar, un océano, un lago, estás condicionado, pero si no, puede ser un parque, puede ser una casa, puede ser un cuarto, y no representa mucho problema porque finalmente si no se te ocurre nada, eliges algo y ya está, ¿no? Así es. Ok, ready.
And Franco Para, related to these are all the different components of building your game. Franco Para wants to know what inspires you when you choose stories for your games. In terms of,
Okay.
sometimes like what's the recent one I played?
Good
Like,
question.
yeah, I'll let you answer that.
Good question. Where we get the inspiration? Yes, we get inspiration from different sources: movies, TV series, real life. Um, I don't know, maybe some news, international news. Maybe some singers doing some weird stuff. Um, other weird source of inspiration when I can't figure out something, I just open Google and I put a random word and I search images related to that word, and I start seeing a lot of images until one image uh, lights something in my brain, and that made me figure out a story about that image and helps a lot. Maggie me pregunta de dónde viene la inspiración para escoger las ideas para los juegos. La inspiración viene de muchas fuentes. Las películas, pueden ser series de televisión, dibujos animados, la vida real, la vida misma, las noticias de las que uno escucha todos los días. También cuando a veces hay un poquito de sequía de creatividad, me siento, pongo Google Imágenes, pongo una palabra random y comienzo a ver imágenes, hasta que alguna imagen me despierta algo en la cabeza, ¿no? Y veo algo y puede ser un caracol y digo, ya, ese caracol, y comienzo a crear la historia, ¿no? El proceso creativo es un poquito difícil de explicar, pero creo que a estas alturas, después de tantos años, he acostumbrado o he educado o entrenado a mi cerebro para que el proceso creativo ya sea un poquito más rápido. Al principio costaba, pero como que ahora se hace más fácil, supongo que por la experiencia, supongo que porque ya he hecho muchos puzzles y mi cerebro ya está adaptado, ¿no? Creo que esa sería la respuesta, o por ahí va la cosa. Ok.
This next one comes from. So we've got the items and we've got the location, we've got the story. What do you think of they call them consequence screens, the like sort of game overs, or when like someone like dies or get caught in a trap? Do you enjoy making those, and how long do they take you to make?
At the start, when we were deciding how the gameplay will be for Inca Games Adventures, there was two choices. We have two options. Or when you lose, you should start from the beginning and redo all the stuff as the game you have played just half an hour before, like the trivia. Or when you lose, you only do the last part of the game and you don't have to start from the beginning. We choose to start from where you lose only, not from the beginning, because I think that would make that game more dynamic. Basically, we wanted to make a joke every time you lose. Our intention was when you lose, you see a funny picture, a funny image to I don't know, to make the game not so dynamic is the word. And something funny, so you lose, but you might laugh seeing what happened. And the game overs, I don't know, the game overs came out because I think I saw a game before that has the same dynamic. You lose, and you need to start, but you have a picture of what happened. So I think that's the source of the gameplay we show in our games. Me pregunta cómo así surgió la idea de los game overs. No, tú pierdes y tienes un game over. No era algo muy común en ese entonces, pero lo que no queríamos era que el jugador al perder comenzara desde el principio, ¿no? Porque eso hace repetir lo que ya hiciste puede ser aburrido y puede cansar. Entonces, decidimos que cuando perdías solamente jugabas de nuevo la última parte y la imagen del game over o lo que tú ves al perder trataba de darte un poquito de diversión o que te rías de la forma como habías perdido y que te animara a volver a intentarlo. Básicamente es por eso que usamos game overs en los juegos. That's it.
And I really like those. I know a lot of people, I've had this throughout my time playing Inca Games. People really like to see those consequence screens. So personally, I'm actually very happy that... why did that show up? I'm very happy that you had those consequence screens, not necessarily start you at the very beginning of the game, because I think a lot of people like seeing them and, you know, having to get all the way back over to a new thing to try a new like game over screen would be a little repetitive. So I'm glad you went in the direction of not starting over every single time. That works pretty well, I think.
Magic.
Yeah.
I want to make you a question.
Sure.
How come you find our games in the web, or I don't know? Could you tell us something about that?
How I found your games? It's a story I've told once or twice to people, and I don't even know. It's a mystery to me. Somewhere along the line, many years ago, it would have been like 2012, so like something like 8 years ago, I think someone suggested a game to me. I think it was Lady Gaga Saw game. That, or maybe they just told you Inka Games, and I happened to click on that one. Someone told me, hey, could you check out this for your channel? And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And somewhere along the line, I stumbled upon Lady Gaga Saw game. That was the first one I played of yours. And I enjoyed it. You know, web-based point-and-click adventure game. At that point, it had been a long time since I had played a point-and-click adventure game, although I had remembered playing some, you know, as a kid. And I was like, okay, that's great. I you know, that was fun. I enjoyed it. I got to make a pizza as Lady Gaga. And, you know, I sent that video out into the universe, and it started to gain some traction, and people seemed to like that one. And little did I know, I had no idea that you had built, even at that point, such a passionate community around your games, to the point where people continued to ask for more of those games. At the time, I was like, oh, okay, you know, I'll do one here, do one there. I didn't think that I would end up playing over 100 of your games at this point. Again, I've got hundreds of those videos now, as a result of people just really liking your stuff. And I think that boils down to you have a very passionate community around Inka Games, and I think I have them to thank for even discovering you to begin with.
Le pregunté a Magic cómo así había conocido nuestros juegos, cómo así encontró el primer juego de Inca Games, y nos dice que no recuerda muy bien, pero lo que sí recuerda es que en algún momento, no sé, YouTube creo que le sugirió, o una sugerencia en algún lado, que le sugirió el juego de Lady Gaga. Le pareció algo curioso por el personaje, ¿no? Lady Gaga. Lo probó, lo jugó y le gustó. Y a partir de ese momento comenzó a jugar los juegos de Inca Games y se dio cuenta que tenía un buen resultado en su canal y la gente le gustaba y se ha jugado todos, pues, ¿no? Se ha jugado todos los juegos hasta ahorita. Ok.
Yeah. And this is something that we touched on a little bit, but some folks have been curious as to why Obama, and we've talked a little bit about this, why Obama has been a regular character even beyond his presidency, about putting him into Saw games or the Obama in the Darks. That's a popular character, and would you like to talk about why? I mean, we talked earlier about how that was like your first game. Why did you keep making more Obama games?
Okay. I think because people liked him. When we made that Presidential Escape, that game was has kind of success. A lot of people played, and we have a good reviews, a good feedback. So I thought, whoa, people like this character. Maybe we can keep making games with this character. And when we make Obama Soul game, and again, people like the game, and people send us good feedback. And I thought, okay, this character has potential. Let's try to make more games with this one, this Obama, and that was, I think, people ask more games too with their good reviews or good feedback. Along, and after that, we create, I think, like a hero with Obama. We make him a hero, someone who can solve problems. And the short answer is because people like this character. Maggie me pregunta, ¿cómo así hicimos tantos juegos de Obama? ¿Por qué Obama es un personaje con muchos juegos? ¿Por qué continuamos haciendo juegos de Obama? Al principio lo elegimos para cambiar un poco la temática de los juegos de Inca Games, de política, de Perú solamente, a algo que la gente a nivel internacional pudiera reconocer. Pero como a la gente le gustó mucho el personaje, Obama pegó mucho, la gente le gustó, hicimos un segundo juego de Obama Soul Game, también le gustó mucho a la gente y comenzaron a pedir más juegos de Obama, y ahí es donde comenzamos a hacer juegos de Obama, porque el personaje lo querían bastante, fue adoptado y tuvimos buenos resultados. Básicamente porque los resultados ayudaban mucho y eso hizo que Obama sea un personaje recurrente en nuestros juegos.
And then related to that, because Obama's appeared in so many games, of course, Pigsaw has appeared in so many games. How did that come about starting?
Okay. How Pixel when we make a Presidential Escape, and when I saw that game like a lot to much people, I thought, oh, okay, this game worked. Now what? Now what can we do to make another good game? By that time, I don't know if you have seen the movie, the Saw movie. It's like a movie where you are trapped in a house with dangerous traps and you can die. So I thought that movie has a good. I thought about like a gameplay. That movie could be a good video game. What if we change some things, not blood, not too much violence, um, and we try that. That movie inspired me to create Obama So game, but something ludical, something funny. Magic me pregunta cómo así llegó Pixel a los juegos de Inca Games, por qué elegimos hacer los So Games, ¿qué nos inspiró? Nos inspiró la película. La película So Game, ustedes la deben haber visto en español, creo que se llama El Juego del Miedo. Esa película estaba de moda por la fecha que estábamos creando los juegos de Inca Games, habíamos creado el primer juego de Obama. El primer juego de Obama tuvo cierto éxito y luego dijimos, ¿y ahora qué? ¿Qué hacemos? Tenemos un personaje que es Obama y ahora, ¿cuál es el siguiente juego? Dijimos, bueno, esa película tiene una buena historia, pero es muy sangrienta. ¿Qué tal si la cambiamos un poco para que sea algo divertido? Algo más lúdico, algo no tan violento. Hicimos Obama So Game y a la gente le encantó. A la gente le encantó Pixar, le encantó la manera de cómo habíamos manejado el juego. Y dijimos, los So Games es la respuesta a lo que queremos. Hagamos So Games donde cualquier personaje puede ser atrapado en una casa, en un laberinto, y pongámosle trampas que deba resolver, y básicamente así nacieron los So Games.
Now, I know Obama's a very popular protagonist and Pigsaw's been a very popular antagonist. I'm curious to know, this is for me. I'm curious to know, do you have a favorite Inca Games hero and a favorite Inca Games antagonist that aren't necessarily those two?
Okay, Inca Games hero, well, it should be, it's Obama. My hero is Obama, yeah, and one of the games I like most, I don't know if people agree with me, I have a special feeling with Obama Potter. I don't know, that game, Potter, I like it a lot to make that game because I feel something different when I create that story because I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. When I was creating the game, I feel something like magic in the process. So if I maybe Obama Potter is not the longest game or is not maybe the one that has the most sophisticated puzzles, but that the fact that you can make magic with a wand and a spell to have a reaction or an action, that I like it a lot. Mario me pregunta cuál es mi héroe favorito y mi villano favorito. Um, bueno, mi héroe favorito es Obama, definitivamente. Es el personaje que más cariño le tengo. Y en todo caso, el villano sería el villano de Voldemort, porque Obama Potter es el juego que, si bien es cierto, no es el más largo, no es el más sofisticado, tal vez, ¿no? Pero me gustó mucho hacer esa historia porque soy fan de Harry Potter y me gustó muchísimo el hecho de que el jugador pudiera hacer magia dentro del juego con una varita y un conjunto de hechizos. Esa parte durante el proceso me pareció mágica, ¿no? Sentí mucha magia al momento de hacer la historia y sentir que realmente uno podía hacer magia en el juego, ¿no? Esa sensación fue muy especial para mí. That's it.
I think that's great. I can appreciate that you like Obama Potter because it involves magic, and as someone who's literally named his YouTube name after magic, I can appreciate loving that one. No, I always thought Obama Potter was really fun that you could combine those spells, and you had to think a little bit outside the box to because there was like a spell book that you had to learn the spells from and enchant the right things. I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah.
Have you considered, this comes from Dengrown Tiger, have you considered voice acting for your games? Which I know you've done a little bit before.
Yes. You know, we stopped making the pixel voice. I make the pixel voice with some of sound effect, right? The effect, the pitch, and the I don't know the hello John, no, like if you were having a problem with your throat. That was hard to make. It's a time consuming task, but we decided not to do that because of the time it takes to record that because people don't know, maybe doesn't know, but you need to record the same line several times until you get a good one. So I can spend one day only to record the voices, and I think the game is not affected that much without that voice. I think the gameplay itself have the power to make that game funny, even if it has the voice or not. So in the future, we don't know. Maybe if we have the resources and the money and the time, maybe to make voices for the games, we can try. But remember, we translate the game to seven different languages, so that would be a titanic task. So I think for now, voices, we don't consider recording the voices. Maggie me pregunta si hemos considerado grabar las voces de los personajes, o sea, audios con lo que el personaje dice para que la gente escuche. Hemos grabado voces de Pixar en el pasado, algunos juegos lo tienen, yo hacía la voz y le ponía los efectos para que sonara como, hola amigos, ¿no? But eso era muy complicado porque tomaba mucho tiempo grabar para que salga bien una frase, una línea. Yo grababa 10 veces, o 12 o 15 veces, porque era en inglés, y bueno, mi inglés no es muy bueno, pero era mucho trabajo, y al final decidimos quitarlo porque finalmente el poder del juego, el poder del gameplay, está en la historia y en los puzzles, no tanto en si hay una voz o no. Y de hecho, al quitarlo, no hubo un cambio, no dejaron de jugar, los juegos se seguían jugando. Entonces, en el futuro, grabar voces en el futuro, no sabemos. Eso requiere tiempo, requiere inversión. Es un poco complicado porque grabar para cada idioma sería algo titánico. Así que por el momento no creo que grabemos voces.
And I think that's yeah, and I think that's been a smart move because you went from translating your game to a couple of languages to, like you said, you do like 7 now. So I couldn't imagine doing voice acting for 7 extra languages. I think it's a good move to just work on translating in text. And I think you're right. I think the gameplay itself speaks for itself.
Magic, I want to ask you another question.
Oh, sure.
Um, is Weston Hasty different from MagicManMo? I mean, you in the real life, are you very similar to the character we see in your videos?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. MagicManMo is not exactly the same as Weston. Weston, for those of you watching that are not familiar, Weston's my real name. MagicManMo is my YouTube internet persona. It's not completely fake though. It's not completely made up. It's a more presentable version of Weston. Weston in real life is a lot quieter, a little bit more crass. You know, like on YouTube, everything's squeaky clean and censored and that kind of thing. Regular Weston is a straight introvert. I don't want to talk to anybody in real life. Whereas MagicManMo is actually very outgoing and maybe even on the extroverted side. And sometimes it's funny to make that sort of flip-flop, that switch between the two, but it's more of a very Showtime version of Weston. It's not completely fake. Like, I don't lie to people about what I like or do or anything like that, so it's not completely fake, but it's a more presentation-worthy version of Weston. That's a good question.
Another question: How you got that MagicManMo name? How you come up with that name?
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. So there's 3 components. There's Magic, Man, and Mo. Obviously, Man is probably the more obvious one of the 3. I just chose that because I'm a guy. Now, the reason it's those 3 words is because it all has the M sound. I love alliteration. So I have a history, I have a background in writing poetry and loving poetry and alliteration and different devices like that. So what I was thinking, I was trying to come up with a name for myself, and I started with Mo. Mo was the first part, and that was easy because I have a handful of old nicknames, and Mo comes from an old baseball nickname I had when I played baseball in school. And I got that for being Slow Mo, which is completely backwards to how I played. Like, I was a fast base runner, and I was a relatively quick player, but I didn't have a nickname yet, and we had a team breakfast, and everyone else was chowing down and trying to eat as much food, like donuts or whatever we had, in the morning as possible. But I'm not a morning person, so it looked like I was in slow motion. By the time the team had like 5 donuts, I was still halfway through my one. So they called me Mo because it looked like I was in slow motion. So that stuck, and people called me Mo for a long time in school. So when I was trying to come up with my internet name, I'm like, okay, how about Mo? I've got some other nicknames, but maybe we'll start with Mo. What can I come up with? I'm like, I want it to be alliterative. So I'm like, something man Mo, because I'm a man. God, starts with an M. Mo starts with an M. I'm like, oh, magic. I love magic. When I was much younger, I used to collect magic tricks, learn how to do magic tricks. I would put on magic shows for my friends and peers and classmates. I still have some of my old, not here where I live anymore. It's all boxed up at my parents' place, but some of my old magic stuff. And that was a huge part of my life when I was younger. And I'm like, that's it. That's my 3 M's, because I have to have 3 M's to make it alliterative. So magic and man and Mo. And that's it. It has nothing to do with what I do on YouTube. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just, that's where that comes from.
Okay. Le pregunté a Magic si el personaje que vemos en los videos, el MagicManMo, se parece a Weston Hasty, que es su nombre verdadero. O sea, Weston Hasty en la vida real se parece a MagicManMo en los videos, y me dice que siguen algo, no son exactamente iguales. MagicManMo es la versión un poquito más para el show de los videos, pero sí, efectivamente, lo que le gusta, lo que no le gusta, lo pueden ver en sus videos. O sea, no es exactamente igual, pero un poquito tal vez cambiado para el video. Pero no es completamente diferente. También le pregunté de dónde viene MagicManMo. Me cuenta de que cuando jugaba béisbol, cuando era más chico, más joven, en el béisbol él era un poco lento y le pusieron el apodo, el apelativo de Slow Motion. Y para no decir todo, le decían finalmente Mo, ¿no? Man por lo de hombre, que era un hombre lento, y Magic porque él en algún momento le encantó la magia y hacía trucos de magia, y por eso es que la palabra Magic, y de ahí salieron las 3 M's, Magic, Man, Mo. the slow motion. Interesante. I explained the Spanish people what I asked you.
Yeah, I was picking up on some of that. Appreciate it.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, I mean, just on the topic of nicknames, that's a great question. Where does Spark come from? That's your character in Inca Games. Where does that come from?
Oh, Spark.
Yeah.
Right. It has to see with the creative process. I think when you want to make a puzzle or something, you sit down and start to think, and there comes the spark that gives you the inspiration, like the idea of you're looking for. So the spark, I think the spark is the idea coming into your brain. So that's why I wanted to name Spark to my character, because I feel myself identified with that process. Maggie me pregunta cómo así surgió el nombre de Spark. Spark porque cuando uno quiere crear un acertijo, quiere crear algo, una idea para un reto en el juego, uno se tiene que sentar y concentrarse y pensar hasta que llega esa chispa que te da la idea. Esa chispa que enciende la idea, y a partir de eso todo es más fácil. Chispa, bueno, Spark es como chispa o algo así en inglés. Es por eso que se le puso el nombre.
Cool. I think that's really cool. Here's one. I've got a question from Eric Esteban. If you can think of it off the top of your head, what is the game that has taken you the most work to do? I think I have a guess.
Coraline.
Coraline. I knew it would be. I knew it would be.
Coraline was a headache, really. I got stressed with Coraline. I had a lot of troubles. Okay, I'm going to make. I'm going to try to make a short answer with that. We have several kind of problems. My artist who was drawing Coraline got sick. So what else? My programmer, one of the programmers that were working in that game, quit. So, and the created story of Coraline was very hard because I decided to make the full how can I say, the full story of the movie to the video game. So that was a titanic task. Sometimes I got so stressed that I considered myself to stop the development, because people send that message daily asking for the game. I think there was 2 years. 2 years we postponed and we changed the date several times, and people and fans complaints, and that was really difficult for us. Mayo me pregunta cuál ha sido el juego que nos ha dado más problemas o nos ha tomado más tiempo, y creo que la respuesta la saben los que están viendo el video. Si nos siguen de hace tiempo, saben que la respuesta es Coraline. Coraline tuvimos muchísimos problemas. El juego se extendió por más de 2 años, o 2 años creo que fueron lo que nos demoramos en sacarlo. Nuestro dibujante se enfermó, un programador renunció. La historia fue muy complicada adaptarla, la película adaptarla al videojuego fue bien complicado. Era una historia en la cual tú tenías 2 mundos, el mundo normal y el mundo de la bruja, y se repetía todo igual, y eso complicó muchísimo el juego, porque el mismo ambiente se veía en 2 versiones. Tratamos de hacerlo a nivel de programación y se hizo una ensalada, y finalmente con mucho esfuerzo logramos sacarlo.
I knew that would be your answer. I remember, I think you had a trailer out for it originally, and I remember seeing that. I'm like, okay, that'll come out eventually. And I remember it taking so long, because I never went and saw the movie, ever. I was like, I want to play this game before I ever see the movie. And it took so long to come out. I'm like, there's something wrong going on with that game. I remember at that point. Yeah. But I knew, I saw that question, and I'm like, I know it's going to be Coraline. I know it's going to be.
Yes.
But on the flip side of that, Joseph Williams wants to know, what game did you have the most fun making?
The game fun making, Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, really?
Yes, Phineas and Ferb. I think is a Monster Hunter, I guess. Um, I enjoy that a lot because when I create games of TV series, normally I don't know much about that TV series. I need to 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 watch all the seasons to to figure out how to include in the game. I think all the Phineas and Ferb seasons, all the chapters, and I like it a lot because a kid creating inventions or creating stuff, crafts, that was funny. Um, I like it a lot. Make that story. It was hard, but I enjoyed it a lot. Phineas and Ferb. Me pregunta Magic si qué juego disfruté hacer más en los juegos que tenemos, que me pareció más divertido. Creo que sería Phineas y Ferb, Cazadores de Monstruos, porque me gustó mucho hacer esa historia, porque tuve que verme todas las temporadas de Phineas y Ferb para poder crear el juego, y me gustó mucho la serie, me encantó mucho el personaje, el hecho de que crearan cosas, un niño inventor, y no sé, disfruté mucho haciendo esa historia porque tenía mucho de creatividad y bastante de diversión, no sé, fue bien divertido.
And also, Joaquin Barbosa and Red Gaming Ninja again, they both want to know if there were ever any Inca Games games that you were making or planned on making that you had to cancel for some reason.
Uh, an Inka game canceled, and yeah, um, I think um, one was of with Obama. I think we changed the not canceled but modified. At the start, we want to make Obama Guantanamo. Obama should escape from Guantanamo, but some scenes of that game were changed because there were two. How can I say? Um, what will be the word? Not too politically that we're talking. It could be misunderstood.
Sure.
So we try to make that game at the start in a serious way, but we decided to do it funny, and don't say the things we wanted to say about some things. Because I wanted to send a message with that game, but at the end I decided not to do it because I think a game is for to have fun. So let's keep the message out of the game, and we changed that game. Magic me pregunta si alguna vez tuvimos que cancelar algún juego de Inca Games. No se canceló ningún juego, pero sí se cambió. Obama Guantánamo al principio iba a traer un mensaje un poquito de política, el tema de Guantánamo, la prisión, pero nos dimos cuenta de que podría ser algo que podría traer cierto rechazo, un poco complicado, y al final decidimos eliminar algunas escenas de ese juego para que únicamente sea algo divertido escapar de una prisión y dejar un poco el tema del mensaje aparte, ¿no? Básicamente eso, no cancelamos ningún juego, pero sí se modificó ese juego.
And I feel like that. How often does that come up? Having originally been making political games before you started making the sort of more fun Inca games. I put those in quotes. For example, the recent one that I can think of, like when you made the Trump Saw game, like how hard is it sometimes to walk that line of like, I'm trying to make a fun game versus like really want to tell a message?
Yeah, I think you can send a message in the game, like in Trump Saw game,
Mm-hmm.
because we did that in Trump Saw game. We um, we give the player some message, but I think you need to be careful when you send a message. If the message is in a funny way, the player can't doesn't react in a bad manner. Okay, you need to be careful when you send a message. In Trump Show game, I wanted to give a message, I did, but I think we choose a funny way to tell the player what we wanted to tell. So I think it's okay. Alguien me pregunta si tenemos algún problema o tuvimos algún problema.
Just a moment.
What happened?
I don't know. I will try to, and let's hope that that gets us reconnected. I think we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Awesome. I don't know what happened. It just quit. It just gave up.
Never mind. Okay. What were we talking about?
We were talking about oh, I don't remember now. We were talking about the thin line between, like, telling a political message and having fun with it, and being positive and telling it in a way that won't be like controversial.
Yes. Okay. Next question. Let's see.
All right.
Some people is telling that Pixel has something to do with that.
Yeah, Pigsaw tried to shut us down. That's what happened. It was Pigsaw. Which actually, that was my next question was about Pigsaw, which is kind of funny. This comes from I'm not gonna say this right. Urska Sturmsack.
Wait there.
Oh.
Urska, yes. Urska is a big fan of Inka Games. Actually, she helps us a lot.
Oh.
With the translations, give us good ideas. She has a wiki in the internet. I'm going to pass you the link, but he's a huge fan. I don't know if he's in the stream now because I think it's too late in her country.
Yeah, she is. She's here.
Oh, hello. He helps us a lot all the time. She has interesting theories about some aspects of some things in Inca Games. So here's her site, her wiki is a very interesting page. So maybe you can put that later in the description, the link to Urska page.
Yeah, send me that link and I'll put it there.
Yes.
And
what's the question again?
Yeah, and I thought it was a funny question. If I understood the question right, does the Inca Games team have some kind of contract with Pigsaw, or are they rivals? Between like Spark and Flash and them, are they make their games?
Yeah, I think in the games, it seems that they are not connected. They are only victims. But thinking of a conspiracy, I think they might be connected in some way, but we don't know. Maybe they are. That's my guess. Urska pregunta si en los juegos hay algún tipo de conexión o contrato o algo entre Pixel y los caracteres de Inka Games, el equipo de Inka Games, Spark, Tony, Lucas y Flash. En los juegos no se dice nada, pero yo creo que en el fondo hay algún tipo de conexión. Yo creo que de alguna manera están conectados. No sé si por un tema de contrato o algo, pero creo que Pixel tiene algún tipo de comunicación con Spark de vez en cuando que nosotros no sabemos. Esa es la respuesta. That's it. That's a conspiracy theory. We don't know.
Because I know that reminds me, it's related to that same conspiracy. Is I forget what the name of the game is, but which one's the? I always forget their names. Which one's the one with the pencil in his ear? That's Tony, right?
Yes, Tony.
Tony. Which came first? Tony making Pigface or Pigface capturing Tony? I think in his game.
Yes. Here we have travel time problem. It's like the chick. It's the egg and the hen, right? The problem. Who comes first?
I'm not gonna ask you to answer this, but like time travel Inca Games confirmed? No.
The connection is stopping again.
Oh, is it?
Okay. I think in two parallel universes. I think they coexist at the same time. I guess. I can't tell who comes first, but I think is kind of magic or time travel paradox. They both exist and we can't tell who comes first. Me pregunta si es que Tony es el que dibuja a los personajes. ¿Qué pasó primero, no? Si Tony creó a Pigface o Pigface ya existía y por eso pudo atrapar a Tony, es como que una paradoja del tiempo. No se puede saber, existen creo que desde siempre, ¿no? En dos universos paralelos, no se sabe bien cómo sucedió porque de hecho Pigface captura a Tony en algún momento. Entonces no se sabe bien, es algo que no se puede responder. That's it.
All right. Sounds like someone's in trouble. That's Siren. It's like, oh no, they're after you. This one's a weird one. This one's going to be like existential. Mr. Gamer 940 wants to ask, you can only make one more game for the rest of your life. What is it and why?
One more game.
Yep, it's your last one. Obviously, you don't have to stick with this whenever that is many years down the road, but...
Okay, if that's the case, I think it would be an original characters. I would create original characters. It will be something to do with magic. Something to do with magic. I think I would create a little magician, a little sorcerer maybe. And I made it a magical story with spectacular backgrounds and a timeline where the player can feel the magic. That would be a 3D game, I guess. A 3D game. But that's another. I think that's another budget to create something with 3D and original characters and kind of magic. That would be the game, I guess. Ambitious one. Me pregunta si tuviera que hacer un último juego y ya no podría hacer más juegos, sería con eso terminaría la carrera o qué sé yo. Para mí sería un juego con personajes originales donde haya mucha magia, magia de verdad, como hechizos y en 3 dimensiones y con una línea del tiempo muy variable, muy dinámica. Ese es otro presupuesto, ¿no? Sería un juego así donde se sienta la magia de jugarlo. Ese sería mío. That's it.
All right. Now, I know we've been going for a while, and I don't want to hold your time for an eternity, so we can keep going however long you want. That was all of the questions that I've gathered from my posts I made in the last couple of days. I just have one more thing. It's not really a question. I just thought it was... I thought it was really nice, and I thought it was really powerful, and this is coming from Dengrown Tiger. I'm just going to read it. I rewrote it a little bit for editing, but I'm going to just read this from Dengrown Tiger. This is more of a message for both Aldo and Mo. A long time ago, I found the Inka Games site or a video about Inka Games. I loved Inka Games until I forgot the name of the game site. It was pretty sad for me since I liked your game so much. Years later, I found a YouTuber called MagicManMo. He played the Inka Games, which I never forgot, and directed me back to Inka Games. He was also the first small YouTuber that answered me and made me so happy. He was one of the nicest and friendliest YouTubers I ever met. In the end, I always liked him and Inka Games. I had missed the games for years, and I was shocked to find out they were still around. They were still making games, and this brought my happiness up. Thank you, Mo, for being my daily content and directing me back to my favorite games. And thank you, Aldo, for making such good games and good entertainment. I am forever grateful you are still around, and I hope you'll keep making games. Keep your ideas together forever. I will always love your games and whatever happens. Thank you, Weston and Aldo, for your time.
Wow, nice words. Thank you very much.
And I just wanted to read that because I thought that was very sweet, and I thought that was very nice.
Yes, that's very nice. I'm glad that you came back to play. I'm glad also that you find in our games some entertainment, some white entertainment. I want to say thank you for all the support of him, all the fans, all these years, because without support of the fans, I think um, I maybe would be working in some enterprise in a bank and not making what I like the most, making video games. So thank you to all the people that, who plays our games. Thank you, really, thank you very much.
I double that. Thank you all for those of you that watch me play his games. Thank you all so much for sticking with me and supporting myself and him and his games and this whole sort of bizarre community here that's so passionate and loving for everything that comes out of Inka Games. It's completely changed the direction I thought I would be doing on YouTube. And of course, I get to sit here as a teeny tiny nobody YouTuber speaking to Aldo Mujica, inventor, creator of Inka Games. So thank all of you so much for watching and being a part of this interview. And obviously, that wasn't 100% of all the questions we were asked. You and I both know that I've received about 1 billion questions about when this Inka game or that Saw game is going to come out. You're very aware of those.
Magic.
Yeah.
I have one more question for you.
Sure.
What is your favorite Inca games? You have played all of them, and you're playing the second round.
Mm-hmm.
If you should choose one of our games, what that game would be?
It's funny because we talked about Obama Potter earlier, which it's funny because you had mentioned that. And I'm like, oh, I've never considered that my favorite, even though I love Magic and literally name myself after Magic. You would think that I would love that one, and I do. But I think my favorite every single time always comes back down to, it's kind of a split between two, but if I had to choose Lady Gaga Saw game, it was my first one I ever played. I got to make a freaking pizza in that game, and I don't know why, but I loved that. Anytime I'm in a kitchen, like if I'm in like Ronald McDonald's kitchen in a different Inca Games game or something, I'm like, man, I remember making a pizza in Lady Gaga Saw game and being stuck forever outside the window. When you enter, there's a room to the right of the kitchen with Jason in it that you have to jump out a window. And if you don't have the umbrella, you splat against the ground, and it's the funniest thing. To me, I think for me, it has always been Lady Gaga Saw game. I just really enjoyed that one.
Magic nos cuenta de que si tuviera que elegir un juego de Inca Games sería el de Lady Gaga porque fue el primero que jugó, me encantó hacer pizza gratis en el juego y las cosas que vio y como que fue su primera experiencia y tiene un especial por ese juego y él elige Lady Gaga. So.
Yeah, thank you. And that's about it. I'll give, if anyone else has any final questions in the chat that come through. Again, I know a lot of people are asking about like when this game or that game is going to come up. Aldo's very busy, and the team is working like crazy to try to get to as many of the suggestions as you guys have ever made before. I'm absolutely sure. I'll say this, where is the best place people can go if they want to suggest you ideas or games or anything like that?
Yeah, that should be the Facebook inbox. Yeah, I read the Facebook inbox. I read all the messages for the inbox, for sure. I answer some of them if I think they should be answered, but all the ideas goes there. I read all the messages. Facebook of Inca Games, the inbox. Preguntan dónde pueden sugerir ideas para juegos, sería en el inbox de nuestro Facebook. En el Facebook de Inca Games mandan un mensaje privado, leemos todos los mensajes. I want to point that suggestions of copyrighted characters are not going to be taken into account because now it's hard for us to make copyrighted characters. So you can send ideas of the game, but don't ask, please make I don't know how to say a Scooby-Doo game or make no copyrighted characters. We are not going to make or we are not to consider those messages because it's hard for us. That's it.
Okay, excellent. I think that just about covers everything. I'm just checking through the chat.
We can read the live chat, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can pick up questions of the chat. Okay, guys, can you ask some questions and we're going to see or read the questions and maybe we can answer from there. Pregunten por el chat, a ver, los que quieren preguntar por el chat algo que se ha pasado, a ver, lo leemos.
Okay, this one's kind of like a suggestion, but it's more like, what game do you most want to make a sequel to? Maybe in the future.
Um, I I wanted to make a sequel of Mama Potter, but I didn't do that. That was a wish more than Mama Potter 2. That's a game. And the other game, I'm not sure. Maybe Mama Potter. But now with the copyright problems that's not so strict now, I might do that, but in a more careful way, maybe.
Just like Obama magic or something related. But that was Joseph McWilliams. Thank you for the question.
Um, okay, Obama, Oscar asked about Obama Guantanamo and Bush. And
Yeah.
Bush. Um, Making a sequel of the Guantanamo, I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. Um, I don't think we're going to make Bush appear in our games in the future. I think Obama, yes, Obama is going to appear again, but I think that the Bush villain, not sure. I don't think so. A violent game in the future, no. We are not going to make games with violence, at least not in Inca Games or Dark Dawn. We we care a lot about not showing blood or adult team or violence. We don't like those kind of games. Maybe the future, but not related with the Inca Games.
Yeah, that one was from Aaron Ramirez. Thank you for your question. Yeah, I think violence would feel very strange in an Inca Games game since they're usually so. The one thing I'll say about like violence related is that it's funny when you go back to your oldest games and Pigsaw tells his victims to live or die, and then eventually you change it to win or lose. And I'm like, I think that's the most violent it's ever been is live or die.
Yes, yes, it's funny. It's like white. I don't know. It's a white joke, really.
Oh, Kendall the Koala wants to know if someone in the office made that Edge of Glory cover in Lisa Saw game.
Where is it? Candle the calls. Did you make Edge of Glory cover in this game? No. We find somewhere in the internet that cover. We used that. I don't know how to play that saxo really. Um, Felipe Mendoza de Santana tells us the team make Obama Matrix. I think it's asking if we are going to make Obama Matrix. No, Obama Matrix is not in our plans now. Maybe the future could be Obama Matrix, but not in the near future. What is MLP? Wesley?
That's My Little Pony.
Oh, I talk about that. Copyrighted characters.
Right.
It's a little difficult to make. It's, we're going to make more. We're going to create new characters for 2020, 2021 for the next year. 2021, we're going to create new characters in our games. So that's going to be very interesting because we need to create original characters for our games. So you can you will see new stuff in the next year.
And I think that's just the sort of natural evolution of as your company kind of grows and your the Inka Games name grows. I think original characters that people can say are definitely like, oh, that is an Inka Games character for sure. Kind of like when you have your 4 team members with Spark and Lucas and Tony and Flash. Those are original characters, and I look forward to seeing more of those come from you.
Yes. Wesker from Resident Evil, Obama. I don't think so. That would be a Obama Resident Evil 2 maybe, but it's not in our plans now.
Oh yeah, Orska asked a similar. What she's asking now, any deeps on the characters, not just surface level. I think I remember seeing a comment too that was asking if we would ever get to learn more about Pigsaw and his hideout, like where that is in the world. Do you ever
Okay.
plan on going deeper?
Um, you know, I prefer players imagining or creating his own theory about the what is behind the characters, right? I don't want to unveil the mystery because I think keeping the mystery there where we don't tell much to the player, so he can imagine maybe if Pixel is a robot or is a kind of live creator, or a robot, or maybe an artificial intelligence, or a alien. We don't know. But Urska has an interesting theory in his wiki, I guess, where she tells us this theory about the source or the origin of Pixel. You can read that in the wiki of Urska. We will put a link in the video description.
Yeah, there'll be a link in the description after the stream. I'll put that in there so you can read all about that wiki. I look forward to looking at it too because I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah.
And Ronald McDonald Wacky Things wants to know how you drew your characters in your own style. Like, is that style coming from you? That sort of look to it, the art style?
Jorge, our artist, Jorge Palomino, the artist, changed the characters or defined the characters with some directions, but mainly he give the here he put his style in the drawings. So that's the way. And the other part was you speak Spanish? I don't understand.
I think they might just be. Oh, unless they're talking to me. I don't speak much Spanish.
Oh,
Yo hablo un poquito español. It's very bad. Muy
okay.
mal.
What else?
But obviously Aldo definitely speaks Spanish, native speaker.
Why in a dinosaur game you call she's Sam and not Janet?
Yeah,
Because Sam was the character in the series. I think Sam is the name in the TV series. Janet is the real name.
yeah, because I think in the TV series Ariana Grande played a character named Kat. I want to say.
Sam, right?
Yeah.
Sam. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I remember that. I saw your question, Pinky. We covered it. The idea that if anyone has suggestions about very specific games, that the best place to ask for those is on Facebook, and then avoid copyright stuff. For sure.
Yes. Now copyright nowadays it's something we need to take care of from now on, because it's very strict Google now. So we don't want to have problems. We want all the games to be in Google Play in the platform, so that people can play. If we make copyright mistakes, we are not going to be able to be there. So that's something really, really important.
And I think that's going to be one of your probably biggest hurdles moving forward. Making original characters and then staying away from the copyright hammer.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen my fair share of it, like here and there, especially with music on YouTube. So even like I'm familiar with having to avoid copywritten stuff. I've seen that before as well.
Yeah. Okay. Another question for Magic. Okay. Magic, what do you do for a living besides the YouTube?
I have a day job, yeah, and it's funny. Sometimes people on my channel are surprised, and I think it's because they don't realize how small a channel I am. They're surprised to find out that I do not do YouTube full time or professionally. This is just a very passionate hobby I've had for many years, almost a decade. My day job, my full-time day job is I make sandwiches. I work at a sub shop in my hometown. I drive to get there. I don't actually live there anymore, but I drive and I manage. I'm a manager there, and I make sandwiches almost every day, 8 hours a day. So if you need someone who is a sandwich expert, it's me. I've done the calculations and I've made tens of thousands of sandwiches because I've been there for about as long as I've been doing YouTube, actually. So, and for a long time, I do school on the side as well. I used to do a lot more. Now I take fewer classes, but I still take stuff like online and stuff. So I'm also like a part-time student.
Yeah. Okay, another question.
Yeah.
They do make more Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network characters so games. If the character is copyrighted, I doubt really. We're going to prefer choose original characters from now on. Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, tribute game. I doubt it because, again, the Avengers and copyrighted characters are going to make our create process harder. We don't want to complicate ourselves. We're going to choose for stories, original stories, mainly.
You'll have to tell me. Aaron Ramirez wants to know if I can say that word, and you have to tell me if I'm right or wrong. But I think it's Quetzalcoatl.
What?
Aaron Ramirez wants to know if I can say this word, Quetzalcoatl. I think is how that's said.
What's that?
Quetzalcoatl. I think is that a dinosaur or a city?
Quetzalcoatl is a Mexican god, I think.
Oh,
God.
that's right. Aztec, I think.
Mayan, I think.
Mayan, maybe Mayan.
Yes, that's Mexican. Maybe Aaron Ramirez is from Mexico.
Maybe. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right or not, but I think it's something like Quetzalcoatl.
How many people participate on the development of the games? These days we are 8 people, but not all of them work in a single game. We make games in parallel at the same time. Maybe one programmer is making Dark Dawn, another programmer is making one game of Inka Games, and the other. Call John Bet. There's John.
Quetzalcoatl. Yeah, I was close, I think.
By the way, John is learning Spanish. John is learning one new Spanish word daily.
That's admirable. I keep trying to learn Spanish and I keep falling off that boat and I won't practice and then I forget everything that I learn and yeah. I'm going to do it one day. One day I'm going to learn Spanish. It's going to happen eventually.
I'm going to ask how many people speak Spanish in the chat, okay? ¿Pueden poner en el chat todos los que hablan español, por favor? ¿Y de qué países son, por favor? A ver si pueden poner los países. Para saber quién habla español y quién habla inglés. No. Yo hablo español también. Jorge Just Jokes. Ronald McDonald speaks Spanish. Jorge Just Jokes Mexico. Kendall the Koala doesn't say.
I think that's a no from Kendall. Aaron Ramirez does.
No clue what that means. Okay, the Kendall the Koala.
Felipe.
Yes. Amadeus, el agente Smart de España. Felipe Mendoza. Stop spam everywhere. What's that?
Yeah, that's Luis. He's been on the channel for a long time. I don't know what he says is spamming, but I don't see any.
Okay, now I'm going to ask people who suggest game ideas for the future. A ver, can you put some ideas in the chat, please? Ideas for Inca Games. Si tienen algunas ideas que no tengan que ver con personajes copyright, por favor, no traten de poner ideas, básicamente, ¿no? ¿Qué ideas les gustaría que aparezcan en los juegos en el futuro? A ver, Urska pone...
Yeah, this is all of
Obama,
your chance.
Obama Resident Evil 2 could be because zombies are not copyrighted, right?
Uh, the movies might be, but like, you can't copyright like a zombie.
You can put zombies and that's it. Or zombies are easy to create. Not likely zombies are safe. John. Hi, John.
Kendall the
mini
Koala, yeah, I was about to say the more mini games one, which I wouldn't mind seeing more of too, especially since your regular games take so long.
Yes, that's a good idea. We can make short games and in the meanwhile, right?
I think so. I think that would be really cool.
That's a good idea, right? Mini games for Inca Games. What else? What else? What other ideas you can suggest?
Yeah, Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, there's a lot of the old sort of monsters that are out of copyright. So like, Frankenstein and Dracula and other things like that are out of copyright, so they would be fair game.
Yes, the horror videos of all the time, classic ones.
Yeah.
We have just a lot of them. Dracula, Frankenstein. You can find a lot of games with those. The werewolf, a lot of them. The werewolf, we have used that a lot of times. Dracula, right? Those are good characters for us with a lot of potential.
Obama Greek Gods. Well, there was a game that had. I'm completely blanking out. There was one that you used a bunch of Greek gods, maybe Roman. I think it was the Greek gods. I don't remember which one that was. I don't think it was Obama though.
There's a game with Greek gods, I think. And it's,
I think it was was it Ronaldo?
World Cup Rescue. World Cup Rescue, and yes,
Yeah.
there's a Zeus and I think some other gods. Mm,
Yeah, Slender Man is an interesting point only because I don't know if anyone owns that or not. So I don't know if someone owns that copyright or not because it's like a creepy pasta. I don't know who owns all that.
I think so. I think Slenderman is not copyrighted, but we are not going to use that name just in case.
The Thin Man.
Vladimir Putin? No.
Don't want to touch Putin.
Vladimir Putin, I think it's complicated to create a charismatic character with him. It's going to be hard. This Fernando, I don't understand. I'm still going to could be. I don't know.
I wondered after you had made the first Trump Saw game if we would see more of those or not, since he was the new president. Because your first game came out like literally in 2016, I think, after he was elected, or maybe it would have been after. I wondered if we would see more of those or not, but I was leaning toward probably not, but I didn't know.
Okay, Mr. Bean, Siberia. What's Siberia? John. John is putting in Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean. Okay, when you have a character like Mr. Bean, you can create a caricature. You can create a similar character, and you can name it different, and you have it. You have no copyright problems. So that's parody only. So we can make games of real people. Yes, like Obama, Mr. Bean. That could be.
I don't know if a coronavirus game is a good idea.
No.
That one comes from Ave.
Definitely, the coronavirus is a sensitive.
Yeah.
Let's say.
It's a sensitive topic.
Yes, topic. Yes, because a lot of people is dying. We are having a lot of trouble with that pandemic, and I think, how can I put
Right.
that into a video game, to have to make to entertain people, this is kind of difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine laughing at it only now because it's been memed on the internet, but when you actually think about the real life ramifications, it's really not a fun topic, and I don't think it would be a good idea to make an Inca Games game with coronavirus in it. I feel like that would feel weird.
Evelyn del Boy.
Yeah.
Conozco esa chica. nos sugiere Stranger Things So Game. Sí, se podría hacer la temática. I think Stranger Things So Game could be but changing several things, right? We add a scene, if you remember, in YouTuber So Game 3, Lily Cross world, she was in the Stranger Things world. But making an entire game with the thematic of Stranger Things would be nice. Thank you, Evelyn. Gracias, Evelyn. What else?
A Doctor Who game, but it's Doctor Y. I don't know. I think that's kind of funny.
What? Doctor Who?
That comes from Corjan, yeah.
John?
Yeah, that's from John.
John Corbett. Jonathan Corbett. You know, John is a nice guy. He plays the Inca Games. I met him when he corrected us some English errors in the games. He wrote us and told us, "Hey guys, you have made some English mistakes. I want to help." He helped us a lot, and then I proposed John to work with us making the translations, and then John learned how to program our games because I trained him, and he's programming now, and he's doing very, very well. He's an excellent programmer. So thank you, John, for your support and your help. What else? Oh, I didn't say that. Now nobody has asked when is going to be Robbie So Game available, or Billy So Game, or Obama in the Dark Five.
Oh, much earlier there were some people asking, but I was just avoiding it because I wasn't sure if you wanted to announce anything yet or not.
Okay, I'm going to talk about that.
Sure.
We will have very soon Robbie So Game. Robbie So Game will be the last game in the web. Robbie So Game will be our last game that you can play in the web. Billy and Obama are going to be available only in mobile directly.
Oh, okay.
So, Robbie So Game, we are now September 6th. Robbie So Game, maybe if everything's go well, could be before 22. Any day before 22, could be in 1 week or 1.5 weeks. Robbie So Game estará disponible, si es que todo sale bien, porque el juego ya está casi listo, probablemente en 2 semanas, ¿correcto? O un poquito antes o por allí. ¿Sí? Será el último juego que saldrá en la web. Después de ese juego ya no habrán más juegos nuevos en web. Billy So Game y Obama in the Dark 5 saldrán directamente para Google Play. Sí habrá una página de Inka Games que te redireccionará a los juegos de móviles cuando deje de funcionar Flash en Chrome. Inka Games seguirá existiendo, seguirá siendo como que un portal de paso y te mandará y te dirá cómo jugarlo en móviles. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I'll look forward to Rovi soon, and then the other ones on mobile eventually.
Yes.
And Aaron Ramirez, I think the idea of maybe a game that is a day at the Inca Games offices, I think that would be a good suggestion, because that's all your characters.
Yes. Yes, we're going to make new games with the Inka Games team for sure. What else? El Chavo So Game. Maybe with a different name, maybe. For due to copyright issues. Yes, all the games are going to be available in Google Play. Don't worry, you will still be able to play our games in mobile platforms.
And I think,
Don't worry.
yeah, that was a question someone asked way earlier, and I don't think I came back around to it. But I assume someone asked if the mobile games will be free to play, and I imagine they are.
Yes, they're going to have ads, and they're going to have inside the game. Now you're going to be able to ask for clues, for hints. If you want a hint, you're going to see a rewarded ad, a video. Once you see the video, we tell you the hint to continue playing. If you are stuck.
Which, for anyone out there that has played the Dark Dome games, it's a similar concept. I would imagine. I think they do the same thing, if I remember correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Insane. Okay, I don't see much questions now. Any questions?
Other
Tower
than
in Tails. Inka Games. Thank you.
yeah,
Tower in Tails.
because I think fairy tales are doable because like all of those are out of copyright.
Yes, fairy tales are very old tales, so I don't think they're copyrighted now. Like Obama Crazy Tale, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the game from 2021? I think he wants to ask me what ideas are going to. I don't know. Next year, I don't know which games are going we're going to do, but I know we are going to do YouTubers, games of YouTubers. MagicManMo is going to have his own game. I don't know if this year or the next one, because we are complicated with the migration of all the games to mobile platform. But there will be a MagicManMo game for sure. I can guarantee that to all your subs. So
I'm excited about that. Just don't. And then I tell people this sometimes on my streams when they ask me if I know when it's coming out, and I'm like, I don't know when it's coming out. All I hope is that if they're working on it, that it's not slowing down any of the better games. Take your time.
No. We will put some niffers in the game.
I look forward to it.
We are going to do also another game for another YouTubers, maybe Brandon or Manolo. They're going to have their own games too. And we are going to create new games with original stories. Maybe we're going to have more games of the Inca Games team, Obama, Cody, Pixel for sure.
Kendall wants to know how you.
Nova is excited about the MagicManMo game.
I am too. Kendall wants to know how to join Inca Games competitions. I think you hold them all on Facebook, right?
Yes, Inca Games draws. You need to share a post and you enter to a draw. We pick a random number among all the people who shared the post. It's only a matter of luck.
Yeah. So definitely all of you, if you have a Facebook, go follow the Inca Games page on Facebook. That's usually where all that stuff's going to be. Yeah. And I'll put a link to that in the description afterward. I probably should have done that before, but I didn't think about it. There'll be a link later if you need a link.
Need to put a link of the game, so the trivia game and the Urska wiki.
Yeah, I'll put it to the trivia game, Orska's wiki, and then I'll put a link to the Facebook. So all those will be down there later after the stream ends.
Yes. That's an interesting question. When Flash Players is discontinued, we are going to keep using Animate. We use Animate, Adobe Animate, former Flash, because for those who doesn't know, Animate allow us to publish into applications for Google Play too. So we are not going to, we don't need to learn another programming language. So don't worry.
Have you ever, this is my question, have you ever considered learning another browser-based language? Like HTML is getting popular now that,
Yeah,
Flash is going out. Have you considered that before?
yeah. I'm going to rebuild our programming engine into HTML5 next year.
Okay.
So we are going to be able to publish HTML5 games in the next year. I don't know when, but that's our goal for next year.
Awesome.
Determining guide and doing a compilation like in the new engine to preserve those games. Really? I don't know.
Compilation of Flash games in a new engine to preserve. I've not heard of that. But
No,
maybe.
it's very hard to port Flash to HTML5. It's a titanic task. So I don't think someone is doing that now.
Yeah, that would be huge. I know there's some other like gaming sites that have built their own plugins to keep running Flash on their specific site, but that's not like, that's not like a compilation.
Oh yes, Flash has a long life. Flash is from I if I'm not wrong, Flash is from 2000, I think,
It's
right?
old. It's been around. I'm not sure when it started, but it's been around for a long time.
Yes, they're killing Flash because Chrome Google is killing Flash. Otherwise, uh, it's a good tool, but I don't know. John Corbett, you will be maybe, I don't know. John Corbett, the name of John Corbett is a name. It's like a detective name, don't you think? I can create a character, John Corbett, a detective.
Cody Jones's partner.
Could be, they could be partners. Okay, I have an idea. YouTuber saw game 3. Felipe Mendoza. Everything is possible. Todo es posible. De verdad. What
bumbling,
else?
bumbling partner maybe. Perfect.
Okay, I don't see more. I don't see many new questions.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
just
seeing new ones. We've covered a lot today.
oh, Kendall Daquada. There are already some Obama games on mobile. Are those yours? No, they aren't ours. Those are hackers that have hacked our games and without our permission are published our games there. But there, we can't do anything because Google Play doesn't take care about that. Stealing games or hacking games, it's okay for Google, so we can't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't see, I missed Kendall's question, but yeah, and I was looking in the Google Play Store the other day just out of curiosity, and I saw those in there, and I'm like, those are not, that page is not the Inca Games page. So I
Yeah,
hope something can be done about that, but probably
yeah.
not. It is a wild west.
Yes, they have put tons of ads, and that's I don't know. That's it. I need to live with that.
Okay.
I must live with that because I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Amadeus, El Agente Smart. YouTuber Saw Game 3 is my favorite. Yes, I like it. YouTuber Saw Game 3 a lot.
I like it a lot too, but I'm a little biased.
Mo, what is your favorite video game? That's for you, Magic.
My favorite video game? My old standbys are always going to be like my childhood games. What got me into gaming, in console gaming, it was the Spyro trilogy. Spyro's my boy. And then in PC gaming, it's the humongous games. I don't remember which one was first, but It's the point and click ones actually that got me interested in point and click. So for those of you that know Putt Putt and Pajama Sam and Spy Fox and Freddy the Fish, those were my jam as a kid playing on PC. As I got older, I started liking like tycoon type games. So like Roller Coaster Tycoon was a really good one, until they got really bad. They started releasing some terrible games later. But whenever, what's that?
You play console games, Mo?
Which games?
PlayStation or Xbox or...
Oh, yeah. For a long time, I don't play so much anymore, but for a long time, PlayStation. I'm on Team PlayStation and play a lot of those console games. We never owned a ton of games growing up, so I missed out on a lot of the classic ones that people remember, especially from the later systems. But yeah, I was on Team PlayStation. That was the console I played the most of until I got much older, and then I started moving towards PC.
I'm going. Who's there? No, Nova. I'm going to miss Flash. I grew up with the classic Newgrounds. Yeah, I'm going to miss Flash too. Yes. What else? Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I was catching up on, because I was talking, I was catching up on the chat. I know Kendall asks, and I imagine I know the answer to it too, maybe, but what made you switch from dragging the object to select and click? I imagine it was probably easier.
Good question. Oh, that's not the reason.
Oh, okay.
The reason is because when I changed the programming so the game can work in the mobile, phone, I realized that the dragging caused a lot of trouble to the performance of the game. It went too slow in the mobile device with the dragging option. So I changed that because of that reason. And I think also it's much simpler, but the reason was that it has trouble, a lot of trouble in the smartphones.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't think of that at all.
Where is the rest of the team? In their houses. Pandemic.
They've been kidnapped by Pixar. That's the truth.
Maybe.
They're all gone.
Good theory that also Pixar is having in the maze.
Determined Guy asks an interesting question too about like buying an Inca Games in Steam. That would be interesting if you came out like down the road, like a collection, like an Inca Games collection of several games on like Steam or something later. I don't know.
I prefer putting all our games to the mobile platform for free, just ads.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know much about Steam. Really, I'm honest. I have heard Steam is it's a great community. People is willing to pay for the games they are interested in. Maybe that will be an option for next year. We can analyze that. Put maybe the 100 whatever games with the amount, maybe, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I think it's worth thinking about. Probably not soon, but down the line, I don't know.
Yeah. Tower Tales was the most difficult Inca games to make. Wow, I don't want to remember that game.
It's Coraline. it's Coraline.
The same. I like free games. We all like free games. Maybe you're going to put a game with a price. Maybe you can have the other option, the free game with ads. Maybe, right? You can offer two options so they decide if they want to pay without ads or they want to pay free with ads. I don't know. Jorge just jokes. How do we earn money? We earn money about we get money of the ads we have in the page.
Yeah, so when you go to the Inkagames.com and you see those ads like on the side or at the top or whatever, those the advertisers pay a certain amount of money to have those shown to people. It's actually the same way that I make any money on YouTube as well, as if you watch one of my videos or streams and an ad comes up. It's the same idea.
Um, yeah, Geraldine is already our character. Geraldine doesn't have copyright because Geraldine is different, the name and the drawing. So I don't think so. We are going to have problems with the Geraldine games, the original one and the Return of the Witch, and we will make another Geraldine game for sure. We're going to make Geraldine a third game of Geraldine. We always test the game several times before releasing it.
Yeah, that comes from Lady Rock. Do you play your own? I would imagine. I feel like if you don't play your own game before releasing it, I mean, there would be no way to know if it works.
No, always the fans or the players, they are always going to find errors. That's a rule. The idea is trying to find the errors as much as you can before they. But it's impossible to have a perfect game free of error free. It's impossible. It's very very hard.
Yeah, I think the Ave is asking about if you've ever made any horror themed games, like a really spooky one.
I think some people got scared with one of several of our games. I think I don't remember which one. Mm, but in Dark Dome, Dark Dome is a little more um, scary than Inca Games. It's a little more creepy, I think. So, but I don't think that those video games can scare people. I don't know. But a real horror game, I don't think so. Our audience is we have kids too, so maybe that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I think that goes hand in hand with what we were talking earlier about violence in Inca games, where it just doesn't feel like it's appropriate or fits quite right. I think it's kind of the same idea.
Yeah. Okay. Could someone please mute Felipe?
Felipe keeps like double or triple posting. That's all.
Yeah, Felipe, please don't replicate your question so many times, please.
Yeah, yeah, just keep it down to the one. We see it.
Whoa, you're right. Halloween game.
Yeah, that's coming up soon, isn't it?
Whoa, really? That should be Billy. Billy's whole game.
Gotta get to work.
That should be Billy's whole game. Obama Dark 5, right? That would be.
Either
Or-
one, yeah.
Yeah. That, one of them should be the Halloween special. Sorry, guys. We're very complicated with the mobile thing, and Flash Player discontinued. Sorry. Uh, Copyright problems. We have only had two copyright problems with Garfield and Coraline. That's it. Um, they sent us a message and asking, please don't use our character, and we changed the character. Garfield and Coraline. That's it. The others, fortunately, no. It's okay, Felipe, but don't put many times your question, please.
Yeah, on the topic of cartoon violence, it's interesting. Like I think there's always, and people have to figure out for themselves what that line is. But I think there's always a line between whether or not cartoon violence is okay or not. You know, someone being hit by a giant goofy hammer, it might be less bad than like, I don't know, something that looks more serious. Yeah, Ave.
Okay, Magic,
Yeah,
can I share my screen for a while?
yeah,
Okay, I want to share with all the people is joining us some images for the of the new games.
sure.
Okay, I don't know if people want to see. Is that okay? Okay, I'll share my screen.
Sure.
My screen is going to be shared in my rectangle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, keep there. Wait, please. I want to show you some kind of advance now. I'm going to show you. Okay, this. I'm going to share with you some images or stuff of the new games that are coming. For instance, Robiso game, Fla. Okay, here you have some exclusive images of the new games. Magic.
Yes.
When do you start to make live streams?
Like when did I start for the first time?
Yes.
Oh God, it's probably been. Let's see. I've probably been doing it consistently for roughly the last 3-ish years. And it doesn't feel like it's been that long. I remember doing some test stuff and streaming a little bit here and there to like test my internet and my computer, my technology, and that sort of thing to see if I could do it. I started testing it before then, but I think I started more consistently streaming about 3 years ago.
Oh, making a live video is different from a saved one. Is it easier or harder?
It's very different. It's easier in some ways and harder in others. When you are making a video, you are in control of basically everything. You know, if something doesn't go your way, you can edit it later. But that does mean it takes a lot more editing work. You know, once I've captured the gameplay, that, you know, the job's not done. I have to do a lot of editing and I have to do a lot of extra stuff after I've captured the game. Whereas with streaming, you do a little bit of work up front and then it's live. You know, you don't have to edit it later or whatever, because once it's done, it's done. And in many ways, that's a lot easier, but that does mean you have to be like always on and being entertaining and talking to people. If I'm recording a game and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go take a quick break, or I'm going to walk away, or I'm going to just play this part quiet, I can edit that out. But live streaming, you have to just keep going. You just can't stop. And you usually have to do it for hours at a time for people to like stay interested. So it's...
I'm sharing my screen now.
Yes.
Do I need to do something or you?
I've got you're doing your screen capture. So I've got you on stream right now sharing your screen.
Okay. So I want people to see this character.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, I'll make you bigger.
I can't see my screen yet.
I'll say it should be up on stream. Your stream might have fallen behind a little bit earlier when we had those lag issues.
The unicorn?
Yeah, I see the unicorn. Oh, now I see you on the YouTube. Now I see the unicorn. Yep.
People was asking if the Mr. Unicorn is going to be in the game again. So yes, Robinson game will have to face again Mr. Unicorn here. Yep.
Behind the scenes.
Yep, and it's going to face also this character. Who recognizes this character? You recognize that character, Mo?
I think I recognize that character. It's from I think it's from Resident Evil, right? Maybe?
Yes.
Yes.
And there's going to be a wolf, werewolf, and Sandman. And he's going to be in the Minecraft world and face a dragon too. And Rhino from Spider-Man, Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, and those are the villains. Jeff is going to be also in the Robinson game. Not much.
And that's okay. You know, you don't need like a billion things, but yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, what else?
I see a lot of people saying, ooh, that's so cool to
many
look at
hours-
it.
How many hours
We've been running, well, we started a little after 4, so we've been going for about 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. When we were talking, we were like an hour and a half. And yeah, it's been a little over 2.5 hours now.
Yeah. So I think I think we can make another video in the future, right?
Oh, I'm down for it.
Like a podcast, maybe talking about, I don't know, about video games.
We could. I know you really like the idea of a podcast.
Yeah, like talking about the team or video games or I don't know.
Yeah, we can definitely do more stuff down the road, whether it's more streams or videos or a podcast or whatever it might be. I'm okay with that.
Okay, so I'm watching the unicorn now. I I think I have a laugh.
Yeah, I'm guessing because we had some issues earlier in the stream, I'm guessing if you like hover over your screen where it says live, I bet it's grayed out. If you click live, it should bring you back up to where we are now. I think you're just behind a minute.
I'm going to have lunch now.
But
I want to thank you Magic, for this interview. I want to thank your subs. I want to thank you, Inca Games fans that are joining us. I want to thank you, John, and all the people, Evelyn. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate that a lot.
I want to thank you. You're sitting here thanking me. You made a game for me just for this interview. I want to thank you so much for creating your games, introducing me to your community, taking note and liking what I do. This has been tremendous. This is beyond anything I could have expected to have ever been doing. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here.
I am sure that you will increase your subs. Nowadays, YouTube's I think it's much competitive than before. Now, today it's very hard to get subscribers. I don't know, but you're a good YouTuber. You are, as I said in the game, you are charismatic. You are. I'm sure you will grow because you are putting a lot of effort here. So I'm confident that you will soon grow. Don't worry.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, thank you so much. And I think.
Okay, guys. Tell me.
I was gonna say, and I think that's it. Are we gonna? Do we want to sign off now? I think that's everything.
Maybe say hello to the names that haven't been greeted yet.
Sure. Let's see here. Everyone in the chat, I don't remember who I said hello to earlier, but I absolutely want to say hello and thank you for watching. Ave Nova, Amadeus, El Agente Smart, Andres Piaggio, Determined Guy 999, Felipe Mendonça de Santana, Jorge Just Jokes, Kendall the Koala, Lady Rock, Luis Fernando Gonzalez Salazar, and Orska, God, I'm not going to say that right, Sturmsek. And that's who I see right now. Thank you all so much. Of course, Inka Games and Korjan, you're in the chat as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Hello and welcome.
Thank you guys. I must say bye now.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please do all the things. And until next time, wash your hands, play more Inka Games. Okay. Bye.
Stay safe. Bye.
Stay safe.